The Sun pushes 3 satellites out of Earth's orbit. In early November, 3 Australian satellites plunged into Earth's atmosphere and burned up due to increased solar activity. Satellites in low Earth orbit, below 2,000 kilometers, inevitably experience orbital decay, gradually descending and ultimately burning up in the atmosphere. However, 3 small satellites, Binar 2, 3, and 4, part of Curtin University's Binar space program in Australia, re-entered the atmosphere much earlier than expected. The Binar 2, 3, and 4 satellites had only been operational for 2 months, despite a planned mission duration of 6 months. This premature end disrupted their scientific research and testing of new systems. The primary culprit was heightened solar activity, and the Binar satellites were not the only victims. Intensified solar activity has posed challenges for satellite operators over the past few years. Solar activity includes phenomena such as sunspots, solar flares, and solar winds, streams of charged particles directed toward Earth. These result from the sun's ever-changing magnetic field, which reverses approximately every 11 years. Solar activity peaks midway through each cycle. While scientists are aware of the solar cycle, specific activity remains challenging to predict. The mechanisms involved are highly complex, and space weather forecasting is still in its infancy. Over recent months, solar activity levels have been 1.5 times higher than predicted. Increased activity leads to more frequent solar flares and stronger solar winds. The intensified flow of charged particles can damage or disrupt satellite electronics. Excess energy from solar activity is absorbed by the outer atmosphere, causing it to expand. Consequently, all satellites below 1,000 kilometers experience significantly greater atmospheric drag. This drag disrupts their orbits, causing them to descend toward Earth's surface. The Binar space program focuses on satellite research to deepen understanding of the solar system and lower barriers to space exploration. It launched its first satellite, Binar 1, in September 2021 during a period of relatively low solar activity. The 10-centimeter cubic satellite started at an altitude of 420 kilometers and remained in orbit for 364 days. Subsequent satellites in the program, Binar 2, 3, and 4, were expected to last about 6 months due to their increased solar panel surface area and the stronger solar activity. Instead, they lasted just 2 months before burning up. Although small cube satellites are relatively inexpensive, premature mission termination still incurs losses. This is even more critical for commercial satellites, highlighting the need for more accurate space weather forecasting. Fortunately, the sun's activity will eventually subside. Despite its current unexpected intensity, solar activity may slow down by 2026 and return to a minimum by 2030.